What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Garage Talk Podcast. My name is Tyler Warner. With me is Vince Wheatley.
That's me.
And Timothy Vogler.
Hey there. Hi there. Ho there.
And thank you for joining our show. We appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. Had a good episode today. We went down a few rabbit holes, which are always fun. Not sure what, I don't even remember what they are at this point. But we had a good time doing it. Get a little... Should I use the word controversial? I don't really think it's that controversial. We got a little...
According to you, it is. Yeah.
So. Polarizing, maybe a little politicized.
Shouldn't be.
We talked about the mask game a little bit, and Vince and Tim had some choice words for some certain people, including some of you who listen to this show and or watch it on YouTube. Speaking of, if you are just listening to this, feel free to check us out on youtube.com. Look up Garage Sports Co. and you can find some of these podcasts on there. Even if you're not a YouTuber, just go on there, look at hit play on the video and just let it run through. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, mute it.
Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, open another tab.
Leave a like, a subscribe. That will help us out.
Even a comment. That
would help too, yeah.
Type in a letter and hit enter and we'll
trying to grow our video base. I don't know why, but Vince says it's a good thing. So
gotta diversify, man.
There you go.
Gotta diversify.
Yeah. Diversify the portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people like to put a face to the voice.
Yeah.
If you listen to a lot of podcasts, you're like, I wonder what that guy looks like, and then you look at him like, I knew he looked like a douchebag. He sounds like
knew he was fucking hot.
Man, dropping the F-bombs already in the first minute. There are a few of those at the end of the podcast when we start talking about mask wearing and COVID. So if you're not big into politics or you don't like Vince,
bad words.
If you don't like Vince telling you how to live your life, just listen to the 50-minute mark and turn it off.
If you like not having empathy for others, just avoid that.
Going at it already. But today I got my
bastards.
Today I got my Nebraska gear on in hopes.
Who is that, Tyler?
Rex Burkhead's jersey. I should have burned this a long time ago, but I haven't yet. But I got my Nebraska gear on. I'm just trying to send vibes out into the universe so college football happens. Fun story. I got this wristband here. I don't remember because I was very young. It was sometime between 1996 and 1999. I was at a Husker football game. I was standing at the end of the locker room in the tunnel, and the guys were coming out, and I was a little kid sticking my hand out for high five. Player took this wristband off and gave it to me, and I've had it ever since.
Ooh.
He probably should have given it to like my dad, who actually paid for the tickets. But he gave it to me, and I'm forever thankful.
Yeah, because you're not in favor of kids getting anything.
Yeah, no. And I'm not a hypocrite. As myself as a kid did not deserve this. I didn't pay for those tickets. I don't remember who we played. I don't know anything about that game because I was a young, dumb, stupid kid.
Yeah.
My dad probably knows.
Tyler would steal a foul ball from a kid.
Oh, absolutely. No questions asked. I would punch a kid. Like, dude, welcome to the real world, bud.
Life comes at you fast.
This episode is brought to you by Atomos Physics. Check out atomosphysics.com or at Atomos Physics on any social media platform to learn about X-ray machine testing, radiation safety, radiation protection programs. The list goes on and on. Anything to do with science, radiation, nuclear warheads, anything like that, Atomos Physics will take care of you, and that is a guarantee. Let them know that the Garage Talk guys, Vince, Tyler, or Tim, or all three of us, sent you, and get 50% off of a consultation, which is massive. Thank you.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Atomos, for supporting us through this whole time, all through COVID. It's been hard on a lot of businesses, but you've stuck by our side, and we will forever stick by your side.
Mm-hmm.
This show is also supported by Patreon. Patreon.com/Garage Talk. Join on for newsletters, weekly pre-shows. There haven't been a lot of outtakes lately just because we have been so on point.
Yeah.
Our podcasting game has been on the money that I haven't had to edit anything out. We're so good that I'm robbing content from our patrons. I apologize. We'll work our way around it. But if you have a couple bucks to throw out the show every month, we would much appreciate that. If not, you listening and or watching is
still
muy
super
bien.
Helpful. Yeah.
I can't breathe.
Okay?
That's a lot of copywriting to go from right up in the dome. So, but yeah, we got a good show today. We talk about college football. We talk about XFL. We talk about every sport league that's ever existed that's professional. MLS even got a shout out there.
Yeah.
To
get shit on.
You guys might not know what that is. So,
also, if you see this video or this podcast on social media, please share and tag the owner of Madson's. Vince has some choice words for him. We would love for him to listen. Maybe he'd become a full-time listener or watcher on YouTube. So
Probably not.
probably.
Probably not.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the show. But yeah, I actually forgot this was a Rex Burkhead jersey until Vince pointed it out to me.
Yeah, he
showed
immediately
up.
said, "No, it's not."
And then I looked down. I was like, oh wait, yeah, it
It's
is.
just Husker Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I like that Husker Derrick Henry. That would have been. Oh.
That'd be a sweet.
Let's go down. What universe is that in? Can we go down that rabbit hole?
Yeah.
That timeline where he committed to UNL.
Yeah. He was at Texas, right? Or is it? Or I'm
Are you
thinking
serious? It's Alabama.
of the other one. Oh, it
Have
was
some
Bama.
respect for
I'm
the king.
thinking of the other guy.
What other guy?
I don't know.
He was just trying to save face.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get a new Husker jersey now because I'm getting ill to the stomach just thinking about actually wearing this.
That's why you're getting ill.
Why else would I be getting ill?
Well, you just said earlier that you hadn't eaten all day, just been drinking coffee. So
Yeah.
No, it's definitely the jersey.
it's not.
Vince Young. That's who I was thinking of.
How the hell do you confuse Vince Young and Derrick Henry?
I don't know.
A black
didn't-
quarterback.
I didn't.
and
but
a
that,
white kicker.
What?
It was just a
Vince Young and Alex Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. No,
Are you racially profiling these guys?
no. I was thinking of a Titans player that also played for Texas, and that's why. But
And also one.
yeah,
Did Vince Young win the Heisman? I don't think
Yes.
Vince Young did. He?
Yes, he did.
Are we sure?
No,
no,
but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
no, I think he just
prob-
won the championship because I think Reggie Bush got the Heisman that year.
That's very
That's possible.
I don't know.
Oh, so it should have gone to Vince Young because Reggie Bush is a cheater.
Yeah,
Not really.
I don't know.
I think that's the biggest criminal thing that the NCAA. Well, NCAA has done a lot of criminal things, but I think taking away Reggie Bush's Heisman is up there. Pretty awful things.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that was the whole Pete Carroll thing. and-
Yeah. If anything, you should take something from Pete Carroll.
yeah.
That'd be nice.
Take away his NFL team.
Yeah. Get him out of there. Force him to have to coach like a D2 or D3 team.
You'll learn your lesson. Yeah. So I should probably get a Wandale jersey, right? New Wandale Husker jersey. I think.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
But what I don't know what the rule is now, because now that players have been allowed to make name off their own likeness, how is that going to translate over to jersey sales? I wonder.
Will
Sure,
they
it'll
be,
be
will
fine.
they be
I don't think
able
it'll
to
change any.
Because remember a few years back they changed it to only you can only buy like 2 different numbers per year that were random, so that you couldn't market a player or whatever.
I'm sure. I think now that with the like being able to make money off your likeness, I'm sure it's going to be more. I'm sure players, for one, can probably go through their own third party. I imagine, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's a good little marketing idea. I doubt it. NCAA will probably put a lockdown on anything.
Yeah, but will they? If there's a really popular player, are they going to print the names on the back now, or can
I don't
you
know,
buy them like
I should look this up.
or, yeah, I don't know.
It's a big, especially if there's
So you
season this year. That's a big decision to make. Now, not only am I supporting the team, but now I could directly be supporting a player by purchasing their jersey. That's a lot on my conscience, you know. I think I would go Wandale.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a pretty good.
I mean, I'm still
pretty
mad
good
at
choice.
I'm still mad at Adrian Martinez for last year, so I can't support him. Can't give him any of my money.
Who knows? He may totally redeem himself.
If
Maybe.
football is redeemed.
Yeah.
So I was super. So I've been saying for weeks, obviously, that I think there's no way college football happens. Right? That's that's been my take since I think March. And so I made that decision to think that, so that way, no matter what happens, I can't be disappointed in whatever happens with college football. And they're finding a way to disappoint me. so they released the Big Ten schedule for football earlier this week. We
big
played
disappointment.
10 conference games. That's all fine. But so now my hopes are up. I'm like, okay, we're actually going to do this. Even if the season gets canceled halfway through, we at least have football for a couple weeks, and that is already better than what I had my expectations at.
Mm-hmm.
But now, the MAC has just canceled their entire season, and the rumor is that all other conferences are going to start following suit. So now they elevated my expectations, and now they're just crushing me, and they're making me disappointed.
Yeah,
When I set myself up to not be disappointed, the NCAA finds a way to still disappoint me.
Well, I
very
think that was a conference thing. It wasn't NCAA.
Well, I know, but I'm
The NCAA, I'm sure, is like they want to do everything in their power to get a football season going.
Yeah,
Money.
and I know what you. I just mean college football.
Okay.
I was using
Sorry.
NCAA as a
Scapegoat.
yes. Kind of. So I don't know what's going to happen. Because there have been a lot of tweets going out there, a lot of Twitter rumors, and a lot of them are just rumors. But the biggest one currently is that other conferences are going to follow suit with what the MAC is doing, which seems kind of stupid. It's like, why are we following the MAC?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense for the MAC, but it is the biggest conference so far, or money-making conference so far, that has canceled their thing. It's like Ivy League canceled it. It's like, that's not really that's not their moneymaker.
So it is kind of like the domino effect. It's Ivy Leagues, MAC, then what? The Pac-12.
Yeah. Well, is it UConn?
Big East.
Like
UConn, but UConn's their non-conference team, and they already said they're done.
Okay.
But just as an individual. But Notre Dame has jumped ship. Notre Dame joined the ACC for this year, so they could play.
What?
Yeah.
Weird. Interesting.
Oh,
since
as,
teams
as like a temporary thing.
yeah. Since teams are only doing
Conference games.
interconference games,
Yeah.
Notre Dame's like, hey,
Why do they-
ACC.
And ACC's like, oh, money.
Yeah.
I hate Notre Dame. Why do they get away with that though?
Because you're Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They have history.
I guess, but still, it's like seems silly that they
They come and
should-
go as they please.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they get
Like
a
they're
ch-
too good for a conference, but
They-
now when you need a
they were-
conference, like, oh, hey guys, don't forget about me.
They were good in the '80s, and now they get like to choose their own easy schedule every year. It seems like so. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, Notre Dame's one of those schools that like they get ranked because of their name.
Yeah.
Like
Like-
in any game that they've been a part of that is important in the last 20 years, they sucked. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember
Well,
that championship game they played against? What was it, Bama a couple years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Just got obliterated.
Well,
Yeah.
they look good because they play shit most of the time, and
Notre Dame is the Gonzaga basketball of college football. I think that's a fair comparison.
yeah.
Another one of the rumors, though, is I'll actually read this tweet for you, and this is when I say rumor, I mean this is the epitome of a rumor. Is that the right word, Tim? Epitome?
Sure. Yeah.
But the definition's sake, does it make sense in this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. This guy's name
check
is
with Tim.
This guy's name is Danny Ross. His Twitter handle is @TribuneDanny. This guy is not verified. He has like 300 followers, but he said, breaking. Hearing there is strong traction that Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, and Nebraska will all join the Big 12 for the upcoming season if Big 10 does not play. What? Don't think that's possible. I don't think that'll happen.
I do not know.
But he also
No.
said this is all coming from a source close to the situation.
Who, Danny? You have 300 followers. Dumbass.
Yeah, but I guess one of those followers is very close with
I guess.
the Big 12 organization.
And who knows? Maybe he'll make us look stupid, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
We should start doing that, all of us personally. Just start tweeting random bullshit. And be like, this is coming from our very close source, who I can't tell you who it is.
That's been one of my favorite things to do is like, especially for conspiracy theorists, when they say something really stupid and outlandish,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like correcting them or giving them evidence of why that's stupid, you just hit them with an even more outlandish conspiracy theory and call them like an idiot for believing such like a agreeable thing or something. That's what I've been doing. It's been great.
That's some like mental chess that you're playing.
Oh, it's great. I love it. I've been loving it.
I remember one guy, this kid I used to work with a long time ago. He like was showing me. He was talking about some conspiracy theory that was just so ridiculous. I don't remember what it was. I think it had something to do with the elementary shootings in Connecticut or whatever.
Oh,
He was like,
Sandy Hook.
he's like telling me all this, and he showed me like his little YouTube video of it, and And I'm like, okay, so but where are your facts, dude? Like, what are you drawing from? He's like, the video, the YouTube video.
It's all there.
It says it right here. I'm like, oh, okay, we're done here.
It's all there. I mean, Alex Jones said it was real.
It's clear as day.
Which he's already gone back on
It's a
that.
false flag. Well, he got sued.
Yeah.
They got.
I never said that. It's like, bro, we got the soundbite right here.
Yeah, he got sued, and then he had to claim that that's just a character he plays.
Yeah.
That's not his real opinion. Like,
Man, that's not good. Does that mean everything we say on here can be used against us?
I don't think it's
a good. It's a decent defense for us because we are generally playing a character, but he just spouts just ridiculous shit just to get a reaction out of people. But he probably does deep down believe it. So
that's pretty.
But
how can you say that he deep down
do the same thing?
I think it's more like because there's like a psychological thing where if you tell a lie enough, even though you know it's a lie, eventually even you start believing it.
Yeah,
your own lie.
Have you ever done that? Do you guys have lies that you believed that you've made up yourself?
Oh.
Well, not now because I believe them. They weren't
now
lies.
It's not a lie.
Yeah.
In my head, it's fact. Twitter and the podcast realm are not safe, guys. Anything we say could be held against us in the court of public opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Luckily, nobody cares about us yet. So.
Hey, we have a very loyal following.
Yeah. Apologize.
Yeah.
Tim.
Look into the camera and look into the realm of the future, and if people are listening to this on their headphones.
A gas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all 8 of you and people who have accidentally left their YouTube on autoplay for an infinite amount of time, and somehow our video happened to pop up.
Well, we have more than 8 listeners.
I know.
We definitely don't have more than 8 viewers on YouTube,
though.
YouTube, we've gotten up to like 13 a couple times.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. The more we do, the less viewers we get on YouTube. I don't understand how the algorithm works, but we only do YouTube because Vince tells us to. So
and I don't know what's going on with
diversify
our YouTube channel. The autoplay will play me Fox News shit after our video. So damn it, Tyler, you put us in a bracket.
I don't know how. I honestly don't.
With your Chairman Tyler character.
My authoritarian.
Yeah.
My authoritarianness. Yeah. Man, does that mean YouTube watches these?
They watch everything.
Yeah.
They see everything.
They have bots watching.
Didn't TikTok just get banned?
Did
that actually happen?
In 40 days.
Yeah.
If
Vince
is in shambles. Vince is in shambles.
Actually, so I'm not in shambles about that. So, God, what's the company's name? Like the overarching company's
TikTok.
Not TikTok.
China.
ByteDance, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
There's another one too. I can't remember. But
that's who owns TikTok in China.
Gotcha. Well, there's
Chinese Republic of whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But they, because there's 2 companies that are getting like banned from, not from the U.S. They're not like getting banned. They're getting banned from like receiving money from any like U.S. companies or like. I don't know. It's weird. It just kind of like screws them from like an American market is all it does, but it's not banned technically.
So you can still watch.
I'm assuming
TikTok videos.
So that's what I've come to understand. But what has concerned me though is that one of the companies that they like banned from doing business in the U.S. is a shareholder of Riot Games, the creator of League of Legends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the other like WeChat?
Now President Trump is coming after Vince personally.
Yeah, so you might want to watch yourself, bud. All right,
that's a warning.
Yeah, that is a threat. Is that illegal? Can I do that?
I'm gonna have Secret Service knocking on my door later.
Secret Service may visit you.
Hey, the FBI guy watching this right now through my camera. He's always watching through. Right there, bud. Yeah, fuck you.
I know you see me.
Yeah. I know what you did to JFK, you son of a bitch.
Okay, now they're definitely going to show up.
But no, I kind of read more into it, and it seems like it's literally somehow, I don't know how laws work. Like I feel like you could literally just make shit up when you make an executive order.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah, because then like all of a sudden people are saying they're like, well, it's leaving out the like video game side of it or something. It was weird, but I was like, whatever, man.
School
as long as League of Legends isn't affected, we're good. If it is, I'm gonna have some words with the president.
I can just imagine Vince getting home after a long day of work and like, I'm kind of tired. But I think I'm going to log on and play some League of Legends. Logs on or whatever, goes in, and it's like this game has been taken off the internet or whatever. And he just breaks down weeping at his computer. His girlfriend's like, what's wrong, honey? He's like, just leave me alone.
Hell no. I'll be joining, like, I'll be looking like the people in Portland or something like that. I'll like be getting geared up and just like heading down to DC like, fuck this.
Racial discrimination, Vince doesn't really care about that. When you take away League of Legends, he's marching, damn it.
What, Tim?
How did we get down here?
It's crazy.
How are we where we are?
I did have something else to say about
Twitter?
Like,
college football?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, college football and Twitter.
Let's reel it back to where we were.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no, because I just
hit the rewind button.
Because obviously there's been, a lot of players that are like voicing their concern with opening up the season and stuff, and players opting out of playing and stuff, which again, in my opinion, I think is totally valid. You need to look out for number one. So it was just, yeah, that was it. But then Deion Sanders tweeted.
Prime time.
Tweeted out just one of the most ridiculous things I've ever read. And you guys might agree with it at first, but then at the end of the tweet, you'll be like, what the? You'll hate him. So he just says, you
have this tweet memorized?
Kind of. I literally read it, I don't know how many times before handing my phone off to record. But he says that, he's like, quote, and this is probably paraphrasing a little bit, but he's like, to all the players opting out in all sports, the game will go on without you. It is a business. No one is bigger than the game. The only people important enough to like stop the game, I can't remember what it was, but he's like, the only people important enough to like keep the game from going on are umpires, referees, and some other officiating thing.
Deion Sanders,
get him out of here,
you bootlicker!
You son of a bitch!
Yeah. It was just the stupidest thing, but I saw Kenny Bell reacting to it, and it was just kind of funny. Which of course, of course, Kenny Bell
shit list.
Yeah, Kenny Bell is like very much like for the players kind of guy. So
yeah,
but
we all know Deion Sanders isn't the brightest guy. I mean, do you remember? So you brought this is a big Titan fan thing. So I don't know if you guys are in the know, but Kevin Byard, our safety, all pro,
never heard of him.
One of the best, I'd say top 3 safeties in the game. Whatever. Anyway,
sounds familiar.
Yeah, Deion Sanders tweeted something about the best safeties in the game or whatever, and like didn't say anything about Kevin Byard. And Kevin,
nobody knows who that is.
Yeah, I know, but Kevin Byard said something like something to the effect.
So sad.
He just he disputed with Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders like thought he was a fan. He called him a fan. He's like, "You're just a fan. Let us pros who know the game talk about the game."
Oh,
yeah. So we always joke is that he's just a fan. So as he's in the Pro Bowl and leading the league in interceptions and whatnot, he's like, "Oh, he's just a fan. He's a really good fan."
Will he ever be in the Hall of Fame?
Kevin Byard?
Yeah, is he?
I think well, it's hard to say because he's only in year 4, I think, year 4 or 5.
He's still playing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kevin Byard's still playing.
Yeah.
How do you not know who Kevin Byard is? He literally led the league in interceptions 2 years ago.
Because I don't think any of them report on anything that the Titans are doing.
That's very true. But yeah, Kevin Byard's one of the best safeties in the game, and if the rest of his career goes the way it has so far, I think he'll definitely be a Hall of Famer. Obviously,
especially if he gets like traded to a different team.
Well, he would probably get some notoriety.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm attacking the Titans.
Yeah,
fuck the Rams is what I want to say, Tim. All right, big guy.
Oh,
so
sorry.
this is listeners and watchers. This is some inside beef we have going on in our
group chat,
in our group text that we communicate on. Tim, out of the blue,
for no fucking
reason, two nights ago, out of the blue, decided.
Let me tell the story. Right? I've been watching The Simpsons on Disney Plus for a while, and it's a classic episode where Homer works for an evil madman, and he. The evil madman buys Homer the Denver Broncos when he specifically asked for the Dallas Cowboys. They were good in the 90s. That's when they were good. Although I think that the
That's when the Broncos
the Broncos
back-to-back
the
Super Bowl
Broncos
champions, but okay.
Yeah, 97, 98 or
Yep.
yeah. It was like the same year, but they were just shitting on the Broncos for no reason, but yeah, and then Homer was not happy that he had the Denver Broncos, and
Which he did. He wouldn't. Like Marge even said, like, what's wrong with owning the Denver Broncos? And he doesn't even explain himself. He's like, some people just don't understand football. It's because he's an idiot.
Sounds like Matt Groening doesn't understand football.
I think you're taking it too seriously. They were just.
I take this very seriously, Tim. You don't come at my team and not expect me to take it seriously.
I just thought it was just random. Also, it was a double thing on you because I thought you would get pissed that I actually took my phone and recorded on my TV like an old person. So.
The sound quality was very bad.
But I was drunk and I was like, I'm gonna send this to Vince.
We can always get so many good.
I could find the clip on YouTube, but I like this better.
We get so many good like videos and pictures from Tim when he's drunk.
We should just start sharing them on our social media. It's like Tim's drunk text of the week. That could be a whole segment.
It's only to you guys, so
I know that's what I'm saying. We should start sharing them. I'm sure the internet would love the picture of you in a Speedo.
And the banana hammock.
I really screwed myself with that one. Damn you, whiskey.
Yeah, it's whenever we open up the group text, you can always tell if Tim has been drinking or not.
Yeah. I'll never be able to run for political office now with that fucking picture.
It's a good thing you don't tweet while drinking.
Yeah,
a real.
You know what? No.
I'd never tweet. I don't think I've actually ever tweeted anything.
No, let's rewind this real quick. If you do run for office, you should share this picture. It makes you relatable. It makes you funny. It's like, oh, this guy, yeah, you can laugh and have a good joke.
I will
self-deprecating.
I will
humor.
win the Cubs vote.
You'll take Illinois which is at least a landslide.
That's like 2-3 million people right there. So I mean, that's a good start.
Should we start the campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim.
Wait, what are you running for actually?
President.
Fucking president. If Kanye can do it, I can do it too.
He's definitely the best option.
It's a little bit late. But
did you see they took him off the ballot in Illinois?
Well, it's not. He can't get on the ballot in most states. It's way too late. But
they're
still trying to.
Yeah, so but they found out he had 2,000 of his signatures were fake.
Jesus Christ,
sounds about right.
Yeah, but the fraud is on the Democratic side. Yeah. But when the Republicans are trying to get Kanye,
okay, we don't have to get into it, Tim. Okay,
I'm just saying, pisses me off.
Yeah, you should run for office, and we'll let Vince and I run your campaigning. We'll be your campaign managers. It either will go very poorly, or you will be in office in no time.
Yeah, or you'll be in office before the election. That's how good we'll be.
Actually,
or bad.
You probably
so you guys are going to help me start the coup?
No, you probably shouldn't let the two guys who dog on you most be your campaign managers.
Because we'll all of a sudden just be like, we'll have one good thing, like good ad, and then we'll be like, all right, fuck it, and then just
you'll make attack ads for my own campaign.
And then at the end it'll be, I'm Tim Vogler, I approve this message. We'll campaign. You'll be Tim Midwest for this whole running. I forgot we used to call you that. It's been so long since I've called you Tim Midwest.
I know.
Let's bring it back.
You need to make your Twitter handle
that. We killed the segment. So
no, bringing it back.
Okay.
Bring it back.
I guess we can bring it back. But I don't.
Yeah, we could have.
I don't have it. I don't have anything this week.
Yeah. Speaking of dogging on Tim, Mr. Tim Midwest, I'm going to mute your mic real quick. We're going to talk about soccer. So.
Okay. I'm going to go get a beer.
Perfect. That's twice so far. We've said the same exact thing at the same time.
Dude, we're so in sync.
Yeah, so Champions League started back up, which has been very exciting. And I didn't realize this. I knew it started this week, but I was looking over the schedule, and they are gunning through this.
Yeah, they're trying to knock it out as fast as
4 or 5
possible.
days in a row this week. The championship game, because we're just now finished the round of 16, we're now going to the quarterfinals.
Already.
The championship game is going to be played August 23rd.
That's so fast.
But it works because these guys, their leagues are done, so they're not playing any more leagues.
Yeah.
But this was a pretty exciting week. Obviously, Bayern took care of Chelsea. They smoked him. So I think it was 7-1 after aggregate. It was
Jesus.
So and you know what? I think if Pulisic would have played, it would have been a different game.
It would have been a very high scoring game. Yeah,
that game would have been 3-2 instead of 3-1.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, or it was actually 4-1. But they also, I think, made the mistake of not starting Olivier Giroud.
Yeah,
probably why
hell?
they couldn't score.
Yeah, just hit it to the big guy, the big French man.
I guess the big news of the week though was that I'm gonna butcher the French enunciation. Lyon. They knocked off European giant Juventus.
They did.
And there's a few things I kind of want to talk about this because I was very worried because Ronaldo scored 2 goals, and it's like, okay, here comes. He always does this. It's like no matter what, he gets like a hat trick in the knockout stage to single-handedly carry his team. So I'm like watching this. I'm like, dude, it's coming. I mean, there's 25 minutes left. There's no way he doesn't score a third one to win the game. He ended up doing it, but I do want to give a lot of credit to Lyon because.
Yeah.
And they kind of took. Remember when Ajax made that run last year? They did really well. And with the similarities that I see between Ajax and how the way Lyon was playing against Juventus was they took a lead. Right, they're the underdogs, but they got the lead, and they're trying to hold the lead. What most teams do, who know they're the underdogs and the worst teams, they just try to pack it in and just play defense all game.
Play not to lose.
Yes, exactly. But Ajax and Lyon both played. They attacked. They would try. They would control the ball and they would still attack, even though there's 10 minutes left and Ronaldo just needs one breakaway to win the game. They're still marching down the field. They're still holding possession on the attacking third, and I think that's huge. I think that's the formula that a lot of
It's so many people like we said they just all of a sudden you get that lead against a powerhouse like Juventus or anybody, and all of a sudden you just need to just lock them down. But that's not going to happen. You're playing against Juventus. They're gonna find an opening if you just sit back and let them come at you.
Yeah.
Build up a play. That's just not how it's going to work.
Yeah. So I was actually very impressed with Lyon for actually playing that style of soccer and having it pay off for him. I think that's a lot of
hats off to you.
Younger teams and teams who aren't big powerhouses. This is kind of the formula you got to do. Play fast and hard, take a lead early, but then keep your foot on the pedal. It was great to watch. But also, Juventus' coach was fired minutes after the game, and it's true because
it's rough out here, man.
But watching them, there was a very big lack of creativity. I mean, I understand having Ronaldo and having your game be built around getting him the ball, but there was no creative build-up to him. It was sometimes kick it and hope that he does something with it, which he can still do. But as a manager, you have to do a better job of setting your team up to set up your best player, and I don't think he did that at all. And another thing, too, that I thought was actually a very fireable offense, and I understand it, is when they're in stoppage time and Leon got the ball and was pressing high and taking the ball. Juventus players were jogging to the ball. Dude, you have a minute and a half to get the ball to Ronaldo to score, and you're just it's like they didn't even care.
Yeah.
So he deserved to be fired. It's funny, they did appoint, do you remember Pirlo?
No.
Yeah, big Italian superstar. He's going to be the new coach.
Oh, okay.
Has zero coaching experience whatsoever. They hired him. It's funny, a few weeks ago they hired him to be the youth coach or whatever, the U20 team. I don't remember. It's one of the youth coaches. He hasn't coached a game yet. And they're like, all right, yep, you can have the starting gig. You've never coached before, but you're going to be the man of the biggest team in Italy.
Hopefully he already has a second job lined up. Because,
Maybe it'll turn out great. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, there's definitely something to say of a player becoming a coach. I think there can be success there, especially when just kind of thrown into a situation. I feel like he'll have he'll understand the situation. I think a little bit better than maybe even
I think it'll depend on what kind of lead. I don't know Pirlo or his personality really. He's always kind of a classier as a player. So he could end up being a good coach. I just don't see giving the keys to the convertible to your teenage son who's never driven before. It's probably not the best idea.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I guess I don't know with everything that's going on in the world, what their next best bet would have been even. But
there's other coaches.
I'm sure.
The old Tottenham coach, Pachiet, I don't know his name. Yeah. You guys know who I'm talking about. I know he was a big runner-up, especially fans were looking at him. But
weird. Yeah, that's weird then that they would go with that. But I don't know. Maybe a fan favorite. I don't even know. Like try to rally Italy together.
I guess, yeah. Under one team.
Yeah.
Even though they already won the league.
Right. I don't know. Who knows?
Whatever. Other than that, though, Barcelona won, obviously. So we'll be in the quarterfinals start this week, and I'm very excited to watch. I'm going to be making sure I get off work early every single day to watch all these games. But let's look at the quarterfinals coming up this week, starting on Tuesday. Scratch that. Starting on Wednesday.
Wat Nusti.
We got Atalanta and PSG. Thursday's RB Leipzig and Atletico Madrid. Friday will be Bayern and Barcelona, which I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a big game.
And then Saturday is Man City versus Lyon.
That'll be another, I think, interesting. Obviously, with Lyon just kind of doing what they're doing, it'll be a fun game to watch.
Holy cow! I don't think they're doing 2 legs, because according to the schedule, the semifinals are on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we're not playing 2 legs. I kind of like this. I'm excited.
I like that when it comes to playoffs, especially. Like
we got one chance to do it. Go out there and win the game. That would be maybe some shootouts. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to the Bayern and Barcelona. Bayern's playing incredibly well right now. Their new coach Flick has got this team rallied at the end of the year, and they're playing lights out. And Barcelona's obviously Barcelona. So hopefully Messi doesn't dick Jerome Boateng over again. I mean, that's. Do you remember that? Messi's running at him and he jukes and Jerome just falls over. I was so upset.
Poor guy.
When I watched that in person, so maybe he can redeem himself. So yeah, an exciting week of Champions League, and it's rolling right into next week in the finals, like I said, on the 23rd. So
yeah, I'm gonna try my best to see if I can find somewhere to stream that on, man.
It's on CBS Sports right now.
Oh wait, I'm off on Wednesday. Do you want to?
Yeah, you want to watch party?
Go, yeah.
Hey Tim, do you want to call in sick on Wednesday and watch soccer?
Nah, I think I'd rather make money.
It is like the best European teams.
Yeah, Wednesday will be kind of weak. It's Atalanta and Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. But still, I love coming into the underdog. I love cheering against PSG and all their money, and their oil money, and watching them lose. I'm all for that. No, Friday will be the big one, Bayern Barcelona. So it's so good to have soccer back.
It's awesome. It's so good.
I wonder how has anybody checked in on MLS?
Are they playing?
Does anybody know? Are they even playing in a bubble? Because everybody's talking about for the NFL, they're like, well, MLB is doing it this way, and basketball's doing it this way. Let's look at that in hockey. It's like MLS is going on. They said I haven't heard any news about COVID and MLS, so maybe we can see what they're doing. I don't know.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares about MLS.
I don't think the nation even gives a shit. They could just be like all infected with it, and nobody would be like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
The CDC wouldn't even report it. They don't care.
Ooh, Dustin called me the other night. He added another rule to the MLS drinking game. Like he literally called me just to tell me at like 10 o'clock at night, and
so excited.
Yeah, but it's anytime the keeper punts it, and it goes out of bounds.
Damn, that's foul, dude. That's so funny.
The more rules you add to the MLS drinking game, the more you realize how bad the MLS is.
Yeah, dude, and like how drunk you'll get. That's awesome.
And other sports news that happened this week, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson bought the XFL,
our savior,
for a mere $15 million.
That's actually not bad.
That is ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, thinking of a football league.
I feel bad saying this. This is probably going to come off maybe a little sexist or misogynistic, but like he went into it with some like lady, like him and this lady, but she's the first like sports league owner.
Ooh.
I have no idea what her name is. Like I have no idea who she is. Huh. I'm sorry, but I mean it's cool that she's paving the way for that.
And you're going in alongside The Rock.
Yeah, that kind of takes away some of your thunder. Yeah, which is cool because he tweeted out and he's like, dude, this is huge. This is first lady to everyone's sport. Like she's doing pretty much all the work. Yeah, that's cool. I was like, I have no idea what that is.
Wow.
So until then, we're just going to consider this the Rock's League.
Yeah, we'll have to do our research a little better because that's the headline I saw. It was like The Rock buys.
Dude, I was thinking about this. COVID has been around for so long that COVID took out the XFL.
Yeah,
the XFL seems like it failed years ago.
Yeah,
it was earlier this year.
Yeah, so sad. I really hope they keep their like social media team because the XFL's like Twitter page was gold.
Oh yeah, they were tweeting at The Rock all this week. They're like sucking up to the new boss.
Yeah. They're gold, dude. I love them.
So yeah, hopefully It probably doesn't mean much for the product, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
But it's cool to have a big face and a big name as one of the owners of the league.
Yeah, one of the most famous people in the world, probably.
And hopefully he can inject some more popularity back into it. Because I liked what the XFL was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it wasn't the best football you could watch, but it was we've talked about, it was a nice transition league, and it was something to hold you over during the offseason too.
Yeah,
so hopefully
exactly.
they can find a way to revitalize it when COVID's all over, if it ever ends.
Yeah, or at least until we can get a grasp on it, and
if we're still live, if we're still alive as a species by the end of all this, hopefully they can get the XFL going.
Us that are immune to it will be fine.
I just meant about the economic collapse and
all
that stuff that kind of follows suit.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
trust me, they'll never let the economic collapse happen because they just keep saving the fucking stock market so that the rich stay rich.
Yeah, it's funny how the stock market and the real estate is just continuously going up.
Yeah,
It's
weird how
doing
that
good.
happens.
It's thriving.
Even like
yeah,
that's
rich
where,
people will be okay, but we will probably not be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Uh,
We'll see how the world burns.
Yeah.
Anything on? Do you guys have anything to add to the XFL? Or just
Well,
excited?
I just hope that he comes out and before next season when they start it and does the people brings back the people's eyebrow.
Yes.
And then gives the people's elbow to the ref. And then
hopefully he can bring some life and breathe some rejuvenation into the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm excited. Like anytime that there's more football to watch, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's not kid ourselves. Like,
Well,
just because it's lesser talent or whatever, it was still football.
Especially, it'd be cool if we got an XFL team around here. It'd be so fun to go to those games.
It'd be so much fun.
And if there's anything that the last 6 months have shown us, it doesn't matter what quality of sports there are, we just want to watch.
Yeah.
We just need to see what's happening.
Yeah.
We need this form of entertainment and competitiveness and testosterone
Yeah.
on our TVs.
I think we did see that. Those players, like, they gave a shit. Like they were they want to get to the next level.
Yeah,
so
a lot of the guys
it
was their second chance.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
thought their careers over.
It's like the JUCO of professional sports, professional football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Well done. How the Avalanche doing?
He brought it up. Yeah, the Avalanche. They did lose last night to the Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. But the Golden Knights, they're a great hockey team.
Yeah.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, last season and like just running through the Stanley Cup playoffs.
That was two seasons ago.
2 seasons
That's
ago.
how
yeah,
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Their inaugural season.
Yeah, their
which
inaugural
is,
season was insane.
Like that's never happened where an expansion team goes to the fucking final.
Right,
the first
exactly.
year.
It's crazy.
But they had Fleury and Mission. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah,
something like that. They were super good.
But so the Avalanche, they got a real young team, and they put a whooping on the Dallas Stars the week prior 4-0, and then before that they beat the St. Louis Blues 3-1. So they literally got
reigning champs.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Knights did win that game, so they won the West. So this is still okay for the Avalanche because they're still in the playoffs. They're just playing for seeding.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
so it, which I'm totally okay with. Like I said, this is just kind of like a good opportunity for a young Avalanche team to kind of
to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, and to get some experience with like the high intensity play of the playoffs. Like Stanley Cup playoffs are some of the most like exciting sports.
Professional sport playoffs.
Is in professional sports. Like NFL is awesome just because obviously it's one and done, but like compared to like the NBA, in my opinion, NHL just has it hands down.
Oh yeah,
more exciting.
Has anybody watched any NBA yet?
Apparently, like most of my
I just meant
other
between
buddies.
us.
Oh, between us? Yeah, no.
I still haven't watched NBA.
No.
Sorry,
No.
NBA. But we got hockey going on in Champions League soccer,
Yep.
and hopefully football.
Praying.
Come on,
Like I said, a friend of mine, he has been paying. I, like you, Tyler, have been very cynical about football happening, and now too with like the Big Ten, they opened up like, hey, we're probably gonna have they're releasing schedules, and then allowing practices to start up, but then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you can't do padded practices for some reason. Like,
it's
no full contact.
We're either going to do this or we're not going to do this.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't know what the difference is going to make, but that happened, and so I've just been very cynical about it.
And that's brutal for these young guys. If they're allowed to practice, you got to get them the reps in. And it does. I'm not even saying we don't have to go full contact, but get the pads on. The linemen are going to suffer a lot from this. They need to be getting their reps in.
Yeah. Footwork is going to be real rough this season, I think.
If it happens.
Yeah. But a friend of mine who is he's been like watching COVID related like cases and stuff.
Ugh, what a
diligent.
What a masochist.
Yeah. But he's been watching it.
Oh, God damn it. Word of the day.
Ooh, that's a good segment. Tim's word of the day.
We naturally bring it on because he always
Tim
says
Midwest, word of the day.
So a sadist likes to inflict pain on other people, so a masochist likes to inflict pain on himself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
But anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
He's been tracking the case numbers and stuff, and there's been a very, very steep downward slope on the number of positive cases happening right now. So he's very positive that there will be a season. Again, I'm very cynical because our first game is against Rutgers. At Rutgers, they just had like 27 people test positive for COVID.
New Jersey's maybe not the best place to go right away.
And granted, I mean, we're not starting until it was like September 5th.
Yep. And
so, like, it's a long time to wait for that. So we'll see how it goes.
This game. If the season does start, we're gonna have to do a whole season's worth of drinking within the first couple weeks games to make sure we're covered. This is gonna be a dangerous year for everybody. You think COVID's killing people? We're gonna have some serious alcohol poisoning cases going on.
Yeah,
let's tell him to keep an eye on that stat.
Right.
The liver cirrhosis rates next year are gonna be pretty high, I think.
Yeah. Come on, baby. Keep up with me.
We need it
going.
It's so funny too because of the NFL. Did you see? So players have started opting out, like dropping like flyers. We talked about a little bit about that last week, but it started happening so much that all of the league's like, okay, there's a cutoff date. You have to opt out by this date, or you don't get to opt out anymore. They're like, stop. So it's the total number of people to have opt out of the NFL season this year. The final number is 69 players.
Nice. No, but not nice.
I'm okay. More Patriot players can opt out. I'm cool with that.
That's true. Well, and a lot of big-name Big Ten players opted out.
We're in the NFL, bro. We're talking NFL right now.
I know, but it's like, works in our favor because we don't have a whole lot of NFL prospects. So,
yeah, I think college players can have a much better case. I'm not saying professional players shouldn't have the ability to opt out, but I'm saying as college athletes, they have every reason to not play. I mean, you're not getting paid. This is not your job. Like, you should not put your health on the line for literally our entertainment. NFL players, professional athletes, I still kind of feel the same way, but also at the same time, it is your job, and we all have to go to our jobs. We talked about that last week. We're not going to get into it again. But, yeah, college players definitely, I think, 100% have a case. If they say they don't want to play, they have every right to not play. Cool. That was fun.
All right.
Nice.
Did you want to get into the Mulan thing?
I do.
Okay.
He does.
I know you're very passionate about Mulan.
Speaking of Disney Plus,
what a great segue.
30 minutes ago. The live-action Mulan film that was supposed to be released in theaters in like June or something has been now pushed to Disney Plus. Hooray, Disney Plus users get to watch it. But nope, hold on just a minute there.
Time out.
You got to pay an extra $30 on top of your subscription to watch the Mulan film. How do you guys feel about this?
If it's the only way to watch it, then it's probably gonna. I mean, is it you're renting it?
No,
or do you
pay
$30
and if you pay $30, it's now available on your Disney.
And there's
Plus.
apparently going to be some.
I'm okay with it.
There is some other things that I think there's like some other movies that you get with it too. I can't remember. That's what I was reading.
They're they're like, we didn't think about this for Onward.
Yeah.
my
Well,
feelings.
Mulan, I think, is a bigger
Yes.
IP or
and it's a live action, a real actual live action, not the animated to look live action thing. So it obviously
Are you shitting on Lion King? Is that what that was?
a little bit, yes, because I thought that was so stupid that they called it a live action Lion King. Because
but
anyway,
my feelings on it is that I like the idea. I like this idea that I'm totally okay with having to pay to see a new film that hasn't been released in theaters because for reasons. But I think $30 is pretty fucking steep.
That's the cost of a new Blu-ray. Essentially, a brand spanking new.
You got to think too, though, because this is a Disney film, so it's going to attract a lot of families. If you're going to the movie theater with your family of 4, you're spending over $30 in tickets.
Right.
Unless, shout out Marcus Theaters, $5 Tuesdays. Boom.
Right. Right.
That's how I compare everything, so it makes it worse.
But movie theaters are losing out on so much money because that's $30 for a family of 5, or no, not 30 for a family of 4 or 3 is a $30, and
plus concessions.
And concessions, you're looking at $100 at least for if you're doing a family of 5, and your tickets are going to be $50. So like $50 tickets, $50 concessions at least, and if you're going all out, I mean, even for 2 people, it's hard to get out of there without spending $50. Especially with beer,
and that's why. And that's I don't know. That's why I think it's a little too steep because I go to the movie theater. It's an entirely different experience. You get the concessions. You get friends, kind of random people, big screen, dark. The surround sound, the amazing sound quality and stuff like that.
The chairs at our local theaters are more comfy than my chairs at home.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I don't know. I would have liked to see maybe a little bit cheaper and, just getting Mulan instead of some of the other stuff that they said that you would get with it. For each new Disney film that's coming out, instead of $30, $15. $15, you get to see the movie, and maybe, like Tim said, maybe it's a rental. I think they could have made more money had they had made it a little bit cheaper. And maybe just kind of taken away.
Do a $7 rental for you get a 3-day period or something
exactly.
like
something
Amazon or something like that. But
something like that.
Because they are really if you buy it, if you're paying $30 to keep it on your Disney Plus, then they're kind of banking on either you don't want to watch it.
You'll
again,
watch it once
or so you have to keep paying your subscription.
Yeah. And like you, Tyler, you like physical copies of things.
Right.
Now you're paying a full price for a new Blu-ray, and you don't get shit. You don't get anything.
They'll release the Blu-ray by Christmas, I'm sure, or something like that.
So how do you guys feel about the future of movies then? Would you be okay if they did it a little cheaper, if they gave you the option to just watch it at home instead of going to the theaters? Do you like that, or are you guys traditionalists? And
obviously, movie theaters should make a comeback at some point when it's safe, and with everything open the way it is, it seems like I don't know why they can't, like we said last week. Well, with restaurants and everything, why can't movie theaters work?
I was thinking about this, Tim, because we're comparing this from our local area. True. If you go to a lot of places like in California or New York, places that are a lot more congested and have a lot more population, they're not opening as much. So the theaters can't just, or the movie industry can't just distribute films to a small city in the Midwest, because that leads to the internet, spoilers, pirating. It increases that. So I was thinking about it, and I think that's probably the reason why.
But you think it would increase pirating and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, like if Tenet was released, let's say in a couple states away, but not here, I would do whatever I can to watch the film. I'd possibly even drive that.
I bet the screener of Tenet is already on a torrent site somewhere.
Yeah,
there's no way
internationally.
There's no way that you're going to ever get rid of pirating movies. It's just not going to happen.
I'm just saying that's part of it's part of the whole thing of probably why even here when things aren't as bad, why we're still not getting movies, is because it has to be kind of a nationwide thing. They have to be okay with it releasing it. It has to be everywhere or nowhere, because you can't just pick out places here and there to release. I'm not saying I agree with that, or I'm not saying anything about that. I'm saying I think that's the reason why we still don't have theaters here in Lincoln, even though we have literally everything else is open.
Yeah. I don't know.
Besides Madsen's.
Except for Madsen's. I wanted to bring that up.
Let's finish movie theaters real quick, and then we'll get to Madsen's.
I don't know. I feel like, and obviously, like you said, you're not agreeing with what the movie companies are doing. Yeah, movie industry is doing. But like, I think it should be kind of like left up to states, even like cities, counties or whatever, to decide on how you want to go about opening up theaters.
You can,
again.
but the
Right,
movie industry is not just going to release.
But I'm just saying, like, obviously, the movie industry is just like going to be sitting there twiddling their thumbs instead of making money.
No, they're going to be releasing it on Disney Plus for $30. They kind of did that with Palm Springs because they gave it to Hulu. They sold it to Hulu for like $20 million or something. Mm-hmm. So that's probably how they're at least.
Yeah.
They're taking.
They're taking like
it makes sense.
a $300 million hit. They're getting guaranteed money with selling it to somebody. That's for sure.
But it's not as much as it would be at the box office.
Yeah, they avoid the box office bust.
I will say I'll make the statement here though. I love movie theaters. I love going to movies. I love eating popcorn. I love the experience of going out with people and watching movies. And just the whole theater event I enjoy, and I hope
getting blowies in the
Sorry.
Come on. Nobody, unless it's
I had a girlfriend.
Empty movie theater,
I had a girlfriend who
right.
we made an agreement that because we used to go to a lot of movies, that we had an agreement that if we went to a theater that nobody else was in, it would happen.
And it never happened.
She is a liar. It never happened. Anyway, I'm a big fan of movie theaters, and I'm excited for them to come back. Yeah. And I hope COVID doesn't kill theaters. I really hope not.
Yeah. All I got was an over the pants handy. So
that's a good segment. Yeah. Dirtiest thing to happen in a movie theater.
We don't want to get into that.
So yeah, last week we talked about Madsen's, the Madsen's billiards, bowling alley, and bar.
Oh, you guys talked about that?
Yep. They stuck it to the man. And they said we're not closing down.
Guys.
And then whoa.
Yeah,
you have a much different take than Tim.
No, I'm going with fuck these guys because I didn't hear that the employees weren't even allowed to wear masks.
They weren't allowed?
I'm not. Well, it's kind of the vibe that he was brewing there.
Okay.
Like no masks.
So it was like mask shaming.
Yeah. A little bit, no, but the employees weren't even wearing masks, and so I thought that was absolutely irresponsible.
Yeah,
he's a fucking dick.
That's like the end of that. That's the whole story right there. Is that he's irresponsible?
That's it. What he was doing is irresponsible because I watched a Facebook Live thing. There was like a party they had there on Wednesday or something like that. It was absolutely just sickening. Like just to see them not like everybody else in town is doing what they can. So because we want fucking football to happen, and this will help, and that's how I feel. And it just seems like, but my freedom.
No, I'm going to disagree with that. What Lincoln does as a city is not going to have any impact on what the Big Ten does or the NCAA.
True.
But I don't care. First of all, no. Get over yourselves. Yes, wearing a mask is important. We want to keep the numbers down. But what happens in Lincoln is not actually going to make a difference on the NCAA's decision or if Clemson has 30 people with COVID. Go ahead.
Yes.
Right. One city in general is never going to make a difference. But if all cities would just fucking do what they're supposed to do.
But if you're gonna make the statement,
and I'm saying that if we as a city can like do that, that is one step closer to where we want to be. But
don't sell the idea that if you live in Lincoln, if you don't wear your mask, it's your reason football is not going to happen. That is completely
that's not
untrue.
what I'm saying.
That's how it's marketing.
But you are still a part of the problem of why we won't have football.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you would wear a mask, you'd be part of the solution of why.
That's true. I'm just saying let's not get on our high horse here. Lincoln is not going to influence the NCAA.
Well, that's not what I was saying. I was just saying like that it's just a fucking good idea to just say, I don't want to wear a mask because I can't. The fucking government can't tell me what to do with my life. But it's not your life; it's everybody else's life, and that's why it's a big deal. And I think fuck that, Eric Madsen.
Man, you took a sharp 90-degree
no, because I didn't hear the whole story. I watched the whole story, and then I was like, it wasn't just that they didn't have signs up that you didn't need masks or anything. It's just that I thought at least the employees would have masks on when they're serving or whatever. And like, no, that's absolutely fucking irresponsible.
Yeah.
And allowing that many people to be like, it's supposed to be keep your distance. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Everybody else is doing it. Why can't you?
Yeah, you're not better than any other fucking restaurant or bar in town.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself, Madison.
This has gotten very heated. I'm excited. This is fun.
Fight me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so yeah, okay. I'll fight you. So I'm kind of.
Oh, not you. What's his name?
What?
Madsen?
It
doesn't matter.
Eric Madsen.
I'm about to defend him. So let's get into this.
Derek. Something.
Yeah,
Eric.
I will embrace my chairman role. Actually, it'd be I don't know.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine role.
I still stand by kind of what my thoughts last week. It is like what you said. It is a little different now, Tim. If he's forcing people to not wear a mask.
Well, I don't think he's not
forcing,
but he's not having his employees wear masks. I can understand if he doesn't want to bother telling people what to do as customers are, but you could at least tell your employees to wear masks.
I agree with that.
Because they're your employees.
At the same time, though, I feel like this is his property. He pays property taxes on it. I don't know.
But everybody else
I
get that.
I get that.
And he's not fucking special. And that's...
That's bottom line. He's not special.
Yeah.
If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I mean,
that is true.
If you don't want to wear a mask, then don't go anywhere, I guess.
Yeah, and I hope you get COVID. I hope you give it to your grandmother and she dies.
How many people have we wished COVID on this show? God,
we've started doing that a lot.
I'm just saying, like, because every person that like is against COVID is because they're like, have you ever even met anybody with COVID?
Have you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm joking. Continue.
So I'm just saying, like, okay, cool.
Who?
I hope you get it.
Who?
I'm not gonna name them on a goddamn podcast. All right. But no, I hope you get it. So then you'll be like, well, no, maybe I should have wore a mask. My favorite thing though has been the like people online that were like, oh, fuck wearing a mask.
I thought it was a hoax.
And then
I guess it's not.
There was one of like he's like fuck wearing a mask. COVID ain't real. Blah blah blah. And then the next one was like his family like sharing on his Facebook like, oh, his memorial service will be this. He literally died from COVID. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. I don't care who you are.
Cue the casket dance.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I'd have been there because, like, can I do me the honor of being able to carry the casket?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This podcast took a really weird turn. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. And fuck Sturgis. I'm going to go with that, too.
Who?
Fuck Sturgis.
Who's that?
It's
the motorcycle rally in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the biggest motorcycle rally.
Sturgis is a place.
There's a 250,000 people there, and they're all going, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, with the
you guys are hypocrites. You're sitting here. We're within 6 feet apart, breathing on each other, no masks.
You go to work, right? Wear a mask.
I do to cover up my beard because I'm not supposed to have one.
Whatever excuse you have. We know. Yeah. At my job, I'm required to wear a mask when I'm, around customers.
You don't want to give the cars COVID.
Yeah.
I am literally above you all because I am 60 feet in the air. So
I should before we end. I do want to make the disclaimer.
That's social distancing.
If you're a listener of the show and you don't wear a mask and you're very against masks and COVID and all that, keep doing you. Don't let these guys. Don't let them bully you into doing something you don't want to do. We appreciate you and love you because you're listening and or watching this show.
So listen to us and wear a fucking mask.
Don't tell people how to live their lives.
And I don't wear a mask here because really, I'm not sure if it would bother me too much if I killed you.
Wow, that's cold-blooded. On that note, guys, have a great week. We love you and appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.
Unless you don't wear a mask.
Goodbye.